Hey fight fans, this is Richard Schaefer and you're watching Sporting Icons.
Would you just Adam and Eve it? Deontay Wilder is actually mentioned the name of Andy Ruiz Jr. I swear, I ain't lying. Here's Deontay Wilder's statement on Andy Ruiz Jr. Can't believe he's actually mentioned his name. Andy's a good fighter, but this man doesn't have enough for me. I am that man. That's why they fear me. We're looking for location right now. Got lots of meetings. It's coming. I want to fight Andy. I hope he wants to fight me. Deontay Wilder's statement. Now, what's surprising about that is the fact that Andy Ruiz Jr. has been speaking about Deontay Wilder. But Deontay Wilder and his team, i.e. Malik Scott and co., have been talking about everybody else except Andy Ruiz Jr. Even though we know Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz Jr., Andy Ruiz Jr. versus Deontay Wilder, however, that's the fight that's happening next. We know it is. We've known it for quite some time when the PBC and the WBC quite obviously got together to create an only PBC heavyweight tournament to determine the next WBC mandatory. Andy Ruiz Jr. versus Luis Ortiz, Deontay Wilder versus Robert Helenius. Winners fight each other, Wilder, Ruiz, for the WBC mandatory position. Probably interim title as well. So, when you're a PBC fighter, what you don't do is go against what the PBC want. We know this. So, of course, this fight was always going to happen. But for some reason, we heard Wilder, we've heard Shelly Finkel, we've heard Malik Scott, all part of Deontay Wilder's team, talking about Anthony Joshua, talking about Tyson Fury, talking about Alexander Usyk, talking about Francis Ngannou, talking about anybody but Andy Ruiz Jr. Yeah, Andy Ruiz Jr. has been speaking about Deontay Wilder. Isn't that weird? So when Deontay Wilder says, I want to fight Andy and I hope he wants to fight me, well, you should know he wants to fight you. Because he's openly said he wants to fight you and he wants you next. But you haven't uttered his name. Now, I haven't seen this interview. I don't watch the guy's channel that he spoke to. I don't like him at all. But I can only presume that he's responded to a question about Andy Ruiz Jr. Otherwise, he probably still wouldn't have mentioned his name. Even though that's the fight he's going to have next. You see, we know what the game is. The game is always to talk about other people, i.e. ones with high profiles and all that kind of stuff, as a way to get talking about Deontay Wilder, so then they watch his next fight. Didn't really work when he fought Robert Helenius, 75,000 views. That's mad, isn't it? Pay-per-views, I mean, 75,000. Jeez, sometimes I do more than that on here on YouTube. That's mad, isn't it? But either way, it's a fight that I'm interested in. It is. I do feel and I do maintain, and if I asked Wilder or Andy Ruiz Jr. or we'll say me, if somebody was to ask them, if you lose, is this it? They'll probably deny it, but I think the loser of this fight, that's it. I don't see them wanting to come back. They'll have to rebuild a little bit, especially if it's Wilder. Andy Ruiz Jr., I wouldn't be surprised if he continued, because he just seems to like fighting. Wilder has said for the longest time he hates the training camps, he hates it, all of it. Okay, so he loses. Well, if Deontay Wilder loses to Andy Ruiz Jr., well, Wilder will come out with 101 excuses as to why he lost, much like with the Tyson Fury second fight, and then disappear off into the sunset and go do whatever he's going to be doing with some shaman in the Peruvian jungle again, okay, try and make a decision about his career. I think that'd be Wilder done, to be honest with you. I really do. But anyway, interesting fight. I want to see that fight. You could see it as a 50-50. You could. Wilder with his power, for sure. You could certainly put the lights out of Andy Ruiz Jr. But can he land flush on Andy Ruiz Jr.? Andy Ruiz Jr. is fitter than Wilder. He's faster than Wilder. He's a better boxer than Wilder. So if he can keep that right hand away from him, he should be okay. But there again, every opponent that Deontay Wilder fights, if you can keep the right hand off you, you should be okay. But he always seems to sneak it out, doesn't he? So, or usually at least. Anyway, interesting fight. Let's see what happens. Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you next video.